Ever wondered how to make the perfect Quattro Formaggi? Quattro Formaggi, Italian for four cheese, is a pizza that's as simple as it is decadent. With just a handful of quality ingredients, this dish transforms into a symphony of flavors. Each cheese, Gorgonzola, mozzarella, fontina, and Parmesan, contributes its unique character, melding into a rich, creamy, and slightly tangy treat. This isn't just a pizza, it's a celebration of cheese. Get ready to discover the secret to a mouth-watering Quattro Formaggi. Firstly, the magic begins with the right ingredients. Let's start with pizza dough. It serves as the canvas for our edible masterpiece, providing the perfect base to support our medley of cheeses. Now, onto the stars of our show, the four cheeses. Gorgonzola, with its creamy texture and sharp, salty taste, adds depth and complexity. Mozzarella, a favorite in the pizza world, lends its delightful stretchiness and mild flavor. Fontina, a slightly nutty and earthy cheese, adds another layer of richness. Lastly, we have olive oil, a simple ingredient, yet it plays a crucial role. It helps to crisp up the pizza crust and adds a touch of Mediterranean flavor that ties everything together. Now that we have all our ingredients, it's time to start crafting our pizza. The foundation of any great pizza is the dough. That's a truth universally acknowledged in the world of pizza making. So let's get right into it. Our dough is the canvas on which we'll paint our cheesy masterpiece, and just like any canvas, it needs some preparation. Rolling out the dough is an art in itself. It's not just about flattening it, it's about giving it the right shape and thickness. You want to aim for an even circle, about 1/4 of an inch thick. This will give you a nice balance between a crispy crust and a soft, fluffy interior. Now, some might think it's just dough, right? But oh, how wrong they are. The dough is where the magic starts. It's where the first flavors are introduced. And it's what carries the rest of the flavors throughout the pizza. So it's crucial to get it right. Once your dough is rolled out, it's time for the olive oil. The olive oil serves several purposes here. It helps to crisp up the crust, it adds a subtle flavor, and it prevents the dough from becoming soggy once the cheese goes on. But remember, less is more. You want a thin layer of oil, just enough to cover the dough. Now you might be asking, why brush the dough with olive oil? Isn't that just an extra step? Well, yes, but it's an extra step that makes all the difference. It's like the underpainting in a work of art. You might not see it in the finished product, but it's what gives the piece its depth and richness. And there you have it. Your dough is now prepped and ready to receive the cheesy goodness that's about to come. It's been rolled out to the perfect thickness, brushed with a thin layer of olive oil, and it's just waiting for its star ingredients. With our dough ready, it's time to introduce the stars of the show, our four cheeses. It's time to take this blank canvas and turn it into a cheesy work of art. Stay tuned as we dive into the world of Gorgonzola, mozzarella, fontina, and Parmesan. Now comes the fun part, assembling our Quattro Formaggi. Roll up your sleeves, folks. It's time to make some magic with four kinds of cheese. Each one of these cheeses contributes its own unique flavor and texture, creating a symphony of taste that's music to your mouth. First up, we've got the Gorgonzola. This Italian blue cheese is known for its crumbly texture and nutty aroma. It provides a potent punch of flavor that's just the right amount of pungent. Next in line is the mozzarella. Its creamy, melt-in-your-mouth texture is the stuff of dreams. This cheese is the glue that holds our pizza together. Its delicate flavor allows the other cheeses to shine without getting overshadowed. Then we have the fontina. This semi-soft cheese is a must-have for any cheese lover. It melts beautifully, creating a rich, creamy layer that's full of flavor. This cheese is the heart of our pizza, providing a smooth, buttery base that complements the other cheeses. And last but not least, we have the Parmesan. This hard, grainy cheese is known for its fruity and nutty flavor. When it's sprinkled on top, it adds a lovely crunch to our pizza, providing a beautiful contrast to the soft, melted cheeses underneath. Now let's get these cheeses onto our dough. Start with a layer of fontina, followed by mozzarella, then gorgonzola. Finally, sprinkle a generous amount of Parmesan on top. Make sure to spread the cheeses evenly over the dough to ensure every bite is as cheesy as the next. Once the cheeses are in place, you can add a drizzle of olive oil. This will help the cheeses melt evenly and give our pizza a beautiful golden color. Plus, it adds an extra layer of flavor that ties everything together. And there you have it. A pizza that's loaded with 4 different kinds of cheese, each one bringing its own unique flavor and texture to the table. It's a celebration of cheese that's sure to please any palate. Our pizza is now assembled and ready for the heat. The final step in our journey is baking our Quattro Formaggi to perfection. Now the real magic happens. Preheat your oven to a hot 475 degrees Fahrenheit. This is the perfect temperature to get that crust just right and melt our quartet of cheeses into a bubbling, delicious blend. Slide your pizza onto a preheated baking stone or sheet and let it bake for about 10 to 12 minutes. You'll want to keep a keen eye on it. As the minutes pass, the dough will rise and the crust will turn a beautiful golden brown. The cheeses will start to melt, mingle, and bubble, with spots of the gorgonzola, mozzarella, fontina, and parmesan slightly browning. Remember, each oven is unique, so trust your senses. The smell of baking dough and melting cheese will fill your kitchen, a sure sign that your pizza is nearly ready. And there you have it, a perfectly baked Quattro Formaggi, ready to be enjoyed. And there you have it, your very own homemade Quattro Formaggi. Let's recap our adventure. We gathered our 4 cheeses, gorgonzola, mozzarella, fontina, and parmesan. Next, we lovingly prepared our pizza dough and brushed it with olive oil. We combined our cheeses and spread them evenly across the dough. Finally, we baked it until the crust was golden and the cheeses melted and slightly browned. Remember, the secret to the perfect Quattro Formaggi lies in the quality of your ingredients and the love you put into making it. Happy baking!